One thing that we're not going to do this summer is let money or finances get in the way of getting out of the house and getting our kids out of the house. I live in LA, so I've come up with a list of things that you can do here in and around LA to enjoy time with your kids, get them out of the house, and most importantly, in addition to that quality time, actually have them learn a little something along the way when they don't even realize they're learning something. Oh yeah, that's the same thing, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Let's go see. Let's go find the baby seahorses.
Okay, let's keep finding. Did you want to look at the jellyfish? Where are the jellyfish?
Right here.
Oh,
Look at
yeah.
the big one.
Those are big ones. And then look at the little babies. Yeah.
But look at those ones.
Oh, there are more.
Let's go see the baby seahorses.
Okay.
Here.
I love me a good discount. I love me something free. So I have tried and done all of the things on my list today, and these are my parent and kid approved ones. I'm going to give you the real on how these things work out, what you have to do, and any fees associated with anything. Everything on my list, I have tried to only include free things. And yeah, I'm just going to jump right in. I have a 4-year-old and I have a 14-year-old. My 14-year-old is about to be a sophomore in high school. My 4-year-old has not even started kindergarten. A lot of times it's very difficult for me to find things that they both want to do. These are also things that I took my 14-year-old to when he was my 4-year-old's age and all those years in between. So I have done these things for quite some time and will give you my honest feedback on them. So my first one is always going to be hands down going to Exposition Park. If you're not familiar with Exposition Park is right next to the USC campus. It is extremely accessible. You can actually take the Expo line if you're on the train. You don't even need a car. And actually, I would recommend not going in a car because it is a lot less expensive that way because you don't have to pay for parking. Or you can even, if you pay for parking, sometimes I even park in the nearby neighborhoods because I don't mind just taking a little walk for, 5 minutes and getting into Exposition Park. Within Exposition Park, there are a few free and fun things that you can do. One of them, my number one, is going to be the California Science Center. California Science Center is absolutely amazing. It is free every single day of the week, hands down one of the best places. If you were born and raised in Los Angeles, you've most likely gone on a field trip, but it's probably been some years. Take your kids. There are so many hands-on activities, and now they have a new area where they have a sports complex where you can actually get in there and you can play sports. So you can play basketball, soccer. They have a couple different drills, whether it's swimming. There's so much going on in there. You will love it and you will have a great time. And like I said, it is completely free. So definitely check it out. It's good for all ages. And I would even say as an adult, you can go by yourself. It's also good. It would be a fun date too. If you have somebody who enjoys that sort of thing, going to a museum, it's great. There's also an IMAX theater there that is an additional fee, but I have watched some of the movies there before. I watched one about like evolution before and like Darwin and things like that. It's an IMAX theater. I don't remember the price. You'll have to check the website for that. But yeah, California Science Center is great. Also, CAAM, the California African American Museum. This one I would say is better for teenagers, but it can get a great discussion going, and you do not have to be African American to go there. Of course, I'm sure you know that, but this starts a very good dialogue between you and your child about the dynamics, the racial dynamics within America, and it really helps to kind of create a loving, empathetic, knowledgeable future adult. So I love it for that. Right now, they do have a beautiful space in there dedicated to artists from Altadena. And as we know, Altadena earlier this year was affected by wildfires, and so much of the community was lost to wildfires. So it's really beautiful to see the artists of the area getting their chance to be on display. So within Exposition Park, you also have the Rose Garden. It's completely free as well. You can walk right in. It is open in the spring and summer months. I believe it opens around March and it stays open throughout the summer. The roses are beautiful. So when you go in there, there are beautiful gazebos. I believe there are 4 or 5 of them where you can go and you can sit, rest, enjoy. I've even seen people filming content in there, but I've also seen people enjoying lunch and just throwing a blanket on the ground and really just enjoying themselves. I actually saw somebody doing a wedding in there. I don't know what that costs, but if you're just going with your kids, let them run, let them have fun. There's a beautiful fountain inside of there, and have lunch there if you leave one of the museums. It's great. So, another thing that is on my list is in San Pedro, you can go to the Cabrillo Aquarium. The Cabrillo Aquarium is completely free. Of course, with any of these things that are free, you can always donate, and a donation is definitely appreciated, but it is not mandatory or required in order to access any of the places that I mentioned. So the Cabrillo Aquarium, it is a great place for kids of all ages, even adults. I actually have been planning to go back by myself without the kids so that I could actually slow down, read a few more things, but it's great. We've done everything there from petting sharks to starfish, and just it's a beautiful place with a lot of hands-on exhibits. But I will say that it is much smaller than the Long Beach Aquarium of the Pacific. It's much smaller, so you will have to adjust your expectations. Don't go expecting to see a whale or a shark or anything swimming around that's longer than, like, I don't know, a couple feet. But it's a beautiful space, and it does also have an like an auditorium area, and it has like a movie theater area where you get to learn and watch a little movie. I watched a small documentary with my 4-year-old and she loved it. She actually learned a lot and was asking me a lot of questions I could not answer about it and about the type of fish that she learned about. It's a great space. Another one I would say is the Broad. Go to the Broad. The only thing about the Broad, it's completely free. You can take a bus there. I've done it before. You don't have to drive there and worry about parking. You can if you want to, but it also has the Infinity Mirror Room. Make sure that with the Infinity Mirror Room, you get a ticket around the beginning of the month. They release the tickets for the entire month at the first of the month. So when you get your ticket, you will need a ticket to enter that mirror room. I still have not entered the mirror room for this reason. I usually just go spur of the moment. I go online to the Broad. I just book a reservation, usually that same day or the day before. And because of that, if it's towards the middle or end of the month, there may not be anything available for that day. There never is for me. So I always miss out on that. The next thing I'm going to say are the beaches. I know, I'm just telling you to go outside. But there are several beaches, some more kid-friendly than others, more family-friendly than others. Go to the beach, get out the house, even if you're like, but Rochelle, that water is filthy. Don't get in the water. There's so much to do other than the water, or get in the water and you will be okay. Enjoy yourself, let loose, have fun, be safe, of course, but you can always go to the dollar store and grab you some buckets and shovels and things and go and just have a good time letting the kids be kids and play in the sand while you put your feet in the sand and do some grounding. It's always a lot of fun to just go to the beach and get out of the house, especially before it gets too hot. And the next thing are hiking trails. I know, again, I'm just telling you to go outside. But seriously, get out of the house with your kids. These are great times to have conversations, for the devices to be put down, and to just enjoy each other's company, having discussions, talks, debates, and there's so much to be learned when you're out to be taught when you're out in nature, and to be learned when you look at certain trees. Even if you have your phone with you, you can take a picture of it in a Google image search and just kind of see what type of tree is this. You can talk about what types of birds or what types of, just get out there, get your blood pumping, and just enjoy the beauty that is given to us for free, especially if you're in the LA area, because we're surrounded by mountains. we have beaches, we have sand, we have all sorts of beautiful things. My favorite hiking trails are always going to be the ones with waterfalls at the end, especially when I go with my kids. My kids love to get that beautiful sight at the end that it's just like, wow, this is what we worked for. And remember, hikes don't have to be hard. You don't need a lot of gear. Get out there in whatever athletic shoe you have and just go and just have a good time. It builds healthy habits as well. If you're like, what trail? I could recommend some trails. I would say that my favorite, and just because it's convenient, would be going to Palos Verdes and walking through the trails through the Terranea. Those are my favorite trails because they're very flat and they're not, they have beach access. You can see Catalina Island, you can see the ocean. It's really beautiful, but it's not strenuous to get to. There's lots of parking around. If you're interested, I could do another video. I'll probably do it anyway and just show you exactly how to get to that trail and what it looks like. Let's see. But if you don't have a favorite trail, just download the All Trails app. You can adjust your settings to find a trail near you, one with the waterfall, or whether you want easy, moderate, or hard. I would not suggest hard unless you and your family are used to taking trails and probably have some gear. The next is, if you're in the LA area, go to a show taping, a TV show taping. These can be so fun. I've gone to TV show tapings with my son. I've never taken my daughter. Like I said, she's only 4 right now. I don't think she has the patience. But go to a TV show taping where, if your kid is, I would say at least 7 years old. If they're anywhere from 7 and up, go and find your favorite show. Any specials coming up. One time we went to All That, Nickelodeon's All That, and it was so fun watching the sketch comedy. Another time we did Family Reunion, the Netflix show that used to be on. It was a good time. It can be long though. Take your snacks, even though they do usually give you a little food. Let's see. Another one is just exploring neighborhoods. Again, I'm just telling you to get out the house, but get on a public transportation or drive your car and park somewhere. I've done both. When my son was little, I would tell him we're going on an adventure. We would go on the bus and we would take the bus to Santa Monica, or we would take the bus to downtown LA, and we would download scavenger hunt apps and we would do scavenger hunts while getting more familiar with LA and just having fun and learning some of the history. I've done them in Pasadena, I've done them in Hollywood, and I've done them in Long Beach. It's a lot of fun. Or just explore neighborhoods. Go to the Santee Alley. Go to the alley and just go through the party supply district, the flower district, the any district. Just go and have fun, familiarize yourself, and just have a good time. Another one I would say is the Griffith Observatory. At this point, I've completely lost track, so I may even have some bonus ones in here for you guys. But the Griffith Observatory, there are some things that you can pay an additional fee, but for the most part, the Griffith Observatory is completely free. Go and have a great time. Another one is Alvera Street. Alvera Street is actually an amazing area to get out and explore as well. Alvera Street is one of the first streets in Los Angeles back when it was still Mexico. So Alvera Street has some original shops, buildings, and just really beautiful culture and history. So if you look around, you'll see everything has a Spanish name. Across the street from it is the Camino Real, like is the little, basically part of the mission system. If Los Angeles had a mission, that would be it. They do so many amazing things there. It's beautiful. Right next door, there's a little museum that is amazing and has some wonderful Hispanic American artists on display, and the work is beautiful. The museum is actually a really good size, actually. We had a great time there. We explored. Across the street from that, there's actually like a fire department museum, and everything that I've mentioned so far, it's free. It's 100% free. And not to mention, Alvera Street is directly across the street from Union Station. Walk through Union Station, you guys. It is absolutely beautiful. That's a bonus one. Walk through Union Station. It is beautiful. The architecture, the placards, walk through it, treat it like a museum. It is gorgeous. And another bonus one, I'm going to go ahead and add Chinatown here because Chinatown has some beautiful temples that you are able to just go inside of free of cost.